Hey guys, it's Sam again, and welcome to another 3D video. One thing that has grown considerably in the last few decades is 3D animation, whether it be for films, games or even advertisements. The industry has really come a long way, and as many of you may know, for objects any more complex than a cereal bowl, you would need to do some rigging to animate it. But what even is rigging? Today we will explore not just what it is, but also where and how it is used. But first, I want to quickly mention 3D Dot Design. Whether you are a creative professional in need of a level up for your portfolio or website, or an astute businessman trying to bring modern elegance to your online shop, 3D Dot Design has got what you need. Visit the link in the description for more detail. In the simplest of terms, rigging is just adding bones, or in other words a skeleton or armature, to a 3D object, which functions similarly to our skeleton in that it enables us to move. However, it does not require muscles to do so. Think of it as a smart, simplified diagram of the 3D object, which you are able to move and rotate at specified points, which would usually correspond to the object's joints, or hinges in the case of mechanical objects or doors. This armature is linked to the object, and different bones are assigned to different vertex groups, depending on where they are situated. When you create an armature, you can either just parent the bones to the object and use it like that, or, like in the case of most video games, you can create a rig from the bone system you created, which will give you a bunch of more intricate control options. There are a couple of great add-ons for this in Blender, such as Rigify and BlendRig. In 3D animation workflows, there are two main rigging types that are used, namely IK and FK. IK is used to animate specific parts of the object, while FK is used for an overall, smooth animation, for example a walk cycle. If you want to know more about the differences and use cases of FK and IK rigging, check out our video about it in the top corner. Any endeavor that requires complex 3D models to move in complex ways will require rigging to some extent. These areas include, but are not limited to, games, animation movies, advertisements, simulations, etc. And depending on the complexity of the project, different types of rigs will actually be used. For instance, in a game like Black Myth Wukong, where realism is extremely important and a lot of intricate facial animations are required, the used armatures will be quite complex, with a complicated structure of facial bones and a very well optimized final rig. However, if you just want to have a basic character wave their arm for a commercial, just a simple bone armature with one bone for the entire face will suffice. You probably would not even have to turn it into a rig. Rigs are actually animated with the same keyframe system used for simple object animations, like scaling, rotating or even movement. However, each point or joint of the armature or control point of the rig can be animated for these attributes individually, so it can get rather complicated. Also, interestingly, to animate a walk cycle or running cycle for a character or creature, you actually first have to animate the movement of the armature while the object remains in place. And thereafter you need to animate the movement of the entire object as a whole to form a complete walking or running animation. The same goes for any other action and any other type of object. For example, a moving and shooting tank or quadruped mech. As you can see, rigging is a rather advanced topic, and if we were to go into all the details of how rigging works, and all the different nuances that you need to know, we would be here for hours. However, I hope that this quick and basic explanation will help kickstart your journey of becoming an animation expert. That is it for today, guys, and as always, if you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe. And if you need to level up your business or portfolio website, remember to visit 3D Dot Design in the description below.